Be sure to follow me on Twitter. My handle is @EmperorBigD for updates on news, videos, upcoming content, and much more. What's going on, y'all? It feels like it's been forever since I've seen you. I told you guys back in April on a stream I did that in May we would get another Dragon Ball superhero trailer. I just didn't know when. Turns out it happens to be the last weekend of May when I'm out of town in Vegas. So right now I am really tired. Like, my voice is just shot from all weekend, gallivanting out there in Las Vegas, Nevada. But I'm here for you today because I'm going to be reviewing the new Dragon Ball superhero trailer. I'm going to give you a trailer breakdown, reveal some information about predictions and what I've heard and whatnot about the film. And I'm also going to be doing a review for the new TV spot, which is a short 30-second, one of them is 30 seconds and one of them is 15 seconds. So it's 45 seconds total of Dragon Ball goodness here today. We're going to be discussing what was in the trailer. I think the audio and the video, visually the movie looks a lot better than even I would have ever imagined. So the hype is on. And now that we have our last trailer, there's going to be a lot more stuff coming out. Like, now we're in full promo mode, so expect a lot more to come out of Japan. So I'm going to go ahead and make myself disappear right now on your screen, and I'm going to go ahead and give you the shot-by-shot breakdown of the first, the first video of today, the first video of the two ones I'm doing here on this video, the final, what is presumably the final trailer. It's 30 seconds long, so it's going to be probably multiple different portions to this, and multiple TV spots as well. So let's go ahead and get to it here. We're going to open, of course, with the written by, created by, characters by Akira Toriyama. That's all old footage. Some new shots there, including this shot right here I want to go to of Pan after just having smashed what looks to be a bunch of Red Ribbon soldiers. So Pan's not going to be candy in this movie, folks. Even though she is a damsel in distress, she will see combat. Here's the proof of it. So let's see what else we see. This is a longer version of that Gohan power-up where he goes from Super Saiyan into Ultimate. However, there's been a lot of talk about Gohan in this movie and whether or not he's going to have a power beyond Ultimate. I might do a separate video about this or stream about it, but the talk now is that he's going to basically have a higher ascension, a higher powered version of his Ultimate form that he's going to access in this movie that'll be much, much stronger. Now, I don't know if it's going to be like just him training and getting stronger, or if it's actually labeled a new form, but the popular name going around now is Beyond Ultimate. And that's, of course, coming from some of the promotional material that's come out from Jump Magazine. It's not like stated officially that that's the name of the form, but they use that term a lot. They've used that phrase a lot. This shot of Gohan here is just perfect. People were taking screenshots of this and sending it to me all weekend, and it looks great, and I got to see it when I was in Vegas, but I didn't have any time to cover it. That's just a great shot of Gohan back once again in prominence with the role of main character in this film. Also one that we broke here on the channel last August, and it's his movie. It really is his film. Now, these shots right here are from early in the film. Gohan facing off against the Gammas. This is, of course, during the scene where Gohan attacks the Red Ribbon Tower in the rain. This is earlier in the film where they're having the battle with Piccolo. This shot right here, a couple things I want to give y'all. So this shot right here with this big explosion, this is at the end of the film. The containment unit that the Red Ribbon Army has had this whole time has been used to gather energy from the core of the Earth. That's what we found out like weeks and weeks ago, covered it here on the channel. Don't forget to check out the Dragon Ball Superhero playlist here. I've gone through every video I've talked about this movie and every news bulletin, and they're all in that playlist. So check out that playlist for sure. Anyways, this is a very crucial scene because this is going to be the end of the film where the final antagonist makes an appearance, basically. And I don't want to say debuts, but, makes himself known. And huge explosion there. Some trailer trickery, of course, because this scene does not happen in this part of the movie where he's fighting the Gammas. Here we have the fight. This fight right here is the Gammas against Gohan and Piccolo. So I mentioned in a stream a long time ago that Gohan would have at least 3 fights in the film, and this one right here is one of them working with Piccolo. Some other shots here I want to go back to. We have, of course, Magenta in that armor that we saw was revealed, a few weeks ago. Dr. Hito hanging out, all of course inside the laboratory, and then we have Pan, who has been kidnapped, or maybe she's also spying. It could be one or the other, folks. This explosion right here is very reminiscent of Majin Buu's technique that he did where he killed everybody on Earth, or almost everybody. Looks very similar, but once again, this sequence is from that final explosion at the end of the movie during the invasion on the Red Ribbon base. Not the base with the tower. This would be the base that is draining energy from the Earth's core. This is like the main new base. We have Piccolo and Evolution. Here we have a brand new shot of Gohan, Goten, and Trunks working together here in this large crater. This crater is, of course, again, the site of the finale where they're going to be facing off against the Red Ribbon's final technology. And also, please be aware, like I mentioned before, I talked about Goten and Trunks are going to be in the movie, and Gotenks, the fat version, but we have not seen traditional correctly fused Gotenks. We have not seen that yet. Also, make sure you note that Gohan is in Super Saiyan here, not in Ultimate, and Goten and Trunks have not powered up yet. So the Gotenks fusion happens untransformed. Like, it's not Super Saiyan Goten and Trunks that do it from what I've seen, but it happens right around here in this crater, which once again, that crater is the same crater that they have the big sort of they're draining the energy from the Earth and whatnot. And then there you see, I mean, it's Gohan, Goten, and Trunks firing blasts, and Piccolo as well. He's firing up a very special beam cannon, if you can call it that, a Makanko Sapol, in his new form. Notice he's in his version of the Ultimate Piccolo form, so we're gonna see if it has a kick, and we do see it here. Right there, we do see it right there. This clip right here kind of looks like a video game cutscene, if I'm being honest. Most of the trailer actually looks a lot better than a game cutscene, but this one right here looks like it screams like, video game scene, This is the big explosion at the end. This is Piccolo. Now, I'm not sure where this is, but I think this is when he gets hit by an enemy and knocked down into the chasm. Another big explosion. Now, this is the key one right here. What's going on here is the containment unit that has the final boss or whatever, the big secret weapon in the Red Ribbon Army, it begins to overload in power and overload in heat. And so Dr. Hito fires not fires, that's the wrong word. He drops water and an emergency to cool it down. Of course, all it does is just temper the metal. Because the explosion is coming, you know what I mean? That explosion is the birth of the ultimate enemy, you know what I'm talking about? And that is trailer, or 4, if you want to call it that, or 5. And then here we're going to go ahead and discuss the TV spot. This one is subbed in Spanish, but this is the TV spot that came out a couple days ago as well, with some new footage, including our first look at Frieza, which I'll give you context here in this video. Superhero just all the main leads there, the training on Beerus' planet. It's just a different shot of it. And there we have Broly. That's our first look at Broly's power up. He's not completely in rage mode here. He's just powering himself up. This is not Broly rage as of yet, but this is all part of that training with Beerus. Says here the superheroes will be tested. Here's another look at that shot of Goten and Trunks working together here in the final battle. Something else we talked about on the streams that I've been doing. Y'all gotta watch the streams, man, to get all the news. I talked about how the final battle in this movie is different than any of the ones well, not any of the ones, but different than Dragon Ball Super Broly. In that Dragon Ball Super Broly was Gogeta Blue versus Broly. Right, but in this movie, it's multiple different people fighting. It's multiple different battles going on with different characters. That's exactly what we're seeing here. So that's real quick. That's our first look there at animated look. We have our first look at Krillin, who's not a very big role in the film. 18, Bulma bent over. You can assume that this is a place where they're going to be summoning the dragon because they're at Capsule Corp, and notice it's dark in the background with the light coming from what seems to be a light source that's like a radiant light. So I think that's definitely the summoning of the eternal dragon. Dende, Yajirobe, and Uwan, of course, in the film. Now, some quick ones here. Majin Buu having his cameo, and now Frieza. I gotta discuss Frieza because I want to tell you what I've been told about Frieza. So, Frieza is not in this movie in the sense of like he's involved in the story. Frieza is talked about in this movie. Frieza is discussed in this movie. Like, they talk about Frieza. There's a whole moment where Frieza is being talked about. In fact, there's a couple, but he is not in this movie from what I've been told. Now, whether or not that's accurate, we'll find out in a few days, but that's what I was told. Frieza's not in it. But he does have that little cameo there discussing, past events and where this could go. Because, as you know, Frieza is still looming in the background, just like what happened in Broly. He appeared there. He had a role there, but we found out that he was still there looming in the background. More shots of Chi-Lai, the other characters. That great shot of Gohan. That's the basically Piccolo finishing the Maikanko Sappo, but this is actually the other angle of it, which I think looks freaking great. Let me go back here. It looks so much better than people were talking about it all weekend, man. How great it looks. Super hero. And then the shield, and there you go. There you go. So I wanted to show that shield. That thing looks great, right? That blue, that looks great. Anyways, I'm gonna dip out, but that is my breakdown, folks, for the newest TV spots and trailers, Dragon Ball Superhero. Movie news is coming soon, very, very soon, and will continue to. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new, leave a comment, of course, and now that I'm back, I will be in full work mode getting this information out to you as it drops. Thanks again. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.